how the calves is alright, but you can't talk about the arms, bro.
I'm bad.
Can't hide the arms.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you can wear long sleeve.
You could.
We back on.
I'm wearing three quarter sleeves right now.
Shit.
So.
We're back. Sorry about that.
But yesterday I hit arms, so that's the only reason I want to say.
Huh? You did?
No. Ooh.
Right,
Fuck
let's
you.
get this. Let's get in.
Let's jump back into the question.
So jump back into the
Can we
question.
clap for the question? Because that was a good one.
All right, so Anika, another shout out. We had
Dan is an
a
asshole.
brief break in the stream. Anika, you talked about, or you wanted us to bring up sexual taboos, the definition of freaky sex. And I started off saying the only, I guess, few options that would be taboo to me would be somebody peeing, shitting on me, sticking something up my ass, or beating me. I'm cool with everything else.
You're not cool with beating?
No, I don't want. For
What
me,
kind of beating are we talking about?
like, I ain't talking about like a little choke or a little slap. I'm talking about like hang me up on the skin or like whipping me. That I'm not cool. That's for me though.
Yo, what?
So that's my definition.
So for you,
No,
what about?
I used to watch Real Sex 9. That's before your time.
So for instance, with your wife, are you hanging her upside down
No.
or bondage or anything?
No, we not with that. We
With
keep
the
it
shit?
real.
You're not with the
We
shit?
keep.
You're
We
not
don't.
with the
We
shits?
don't listen.
You just eat the ass and then you go
I
home.
don't shit, don't piss, and I don't do anything as a black man. If the police showed up, they would lock me. Don't wear hoodies in my house. Don't.
So this is the thing. You went into everything you wouldn't do, but the question is
Everything else, I would do everything
No, I
else.
think,
I eat ass. I eat pussy.
He said
I don't
there's-
suck toes. That's not a big deal.
You're
to
saying
me. I
there's
just
less
don't like
things
to-
that he wouldn't do,
Right.
and there's things that he.
You follow me.
I got it.
I'm cool with everything
They
else.
want the definition of sex, then
Yeah.
don't give them everything that you
Well,
would
we could be here for days.
Well, I can list everything.
I
So
guess you
I
could've
do everything but drink piss, eat shit, or allow myself to get beat on for sexual.
But what if they shit on your chest then?
Nope. I know what you like to
So
do.
you don't like you
Put the shit on your chest.
He's like, come on, guys.
You
I'm not
said
the only
eat
one.
shit. I was like,
No,
I
no
ain't
shit.
fucking
No
up
fecal play.
you don't like pegging. You're saying
What's pegging? Oh
pegging.
shit.
You don't like pegging.
It was delayed. I meant when you guys were talking.
You gotta get better.
All right. So listen.
It's your turn.
Go ahead.
So what you feel then? Definition of
And
sex.
you're I know
So
because
this is the first
Anika
part of
said
it.
basically is it different?
Let him talk.
Is it different today than it was back in the day? Back in the day, okay.
No, the first question is your definition of freaky sex, and what do you do? What do you find taboo?
Man, look, everybody's definition is different, but at the end of the day, right now, where we are, like freaky sex. Sex is sex, man. All of that shit's freaky. All of it's not freaky. It depends who is with you. You know what I mean?
Is it something you
gotta,
wouldn't
you get, the only things I won't do,
Write this down, y'all. Remember this shit. He's
Remember
telling
this
the
shit.
world what he wouldn't do. What
stay away from my butt, and that's it. Other than that, and you know what I'm saying. Other than that, I'm good. Other than that, I'm good. Let's do whatever. Let's do whatever. I mean, look, if you
good
come
with
up
some
with
golden
if you come up with
showers?
some crazy shit in my DM. I'm not
A little
doing that
pee?
shit. I don't even know if that's part of sex, yo.
Well,
Is
it's
that
not.
really part of sex?
It is.
Is that
It
really
is.
part of
I'm
sex?
gonna tell you
Well, I lost
Because
her
some people-
virginity. She.
If a girl peeing on you, I feel like that's not really a part of sex.
All right, so you cool with damn near everything.
That's how you balance your pH levels.
It's almost
Let me
fine.
hear you, Dan. Don't play with Denzel ass.
Back in the day, right?
Hold. So I want to get everybody on that round, and then we go to the second book.
Did he fuck him up? Yo, this is a first for fucking not 6 minutes. He can't go on. He can't fucking go on anymore.
Yo, that shit was funny. I'm sorry.
I-
He said that was bad with the pH level.
Hey, she peed on me and balance the pH levels.
What time of day this shit?
You know how crazy this shit is gonna come out when we post this?
Oh, okay. So
Just the first bullet definition. What's your definition of freaky sex, and what's too taboo?
Go ahead.
yeah, I guess it's a combination of what you guys said.
Okay.
You know, no PV, no poop.
Poo poo.
Yeah, it's not trying. I be shitting on the game, but I don't get shit on me. You know what I mean?
Is threesomes good?
Is that a part of freaky sex?
I mean,
That's a good question. I didn't talk about that. But
okay.
continue. Go ahead.
If I'm in a relationship and it's her wish to bring in another lady.
Or a man. What about a man?
Go ahead.
But let me go ahead and open the phone up. So,
It's not another man being in my bed. But if she wants to bring in another lady, and that's something that she really wants to do, maybe I've convinced her, but she really wants to do it now, I'll be down with that. I think freaky sex is like you said, dominatrix. I'm not trying to be whipped and shit.
Honestly, I mean, if it was me and Chris, right, and she wanted to bring up some hot
Just right
wax.
now, it's like, no!
She wanted to mix that shit up with the hot wax and the crazy shit. If it's just me and her, fuck it, yeah.
I'm gonna need to start locking the door then.
I mean,
I'm gonna walk in, he's gonna have a little muffled in his mouth.
Yeah, I'm talking
hanging
about
from the
like,
ceiling.
I'm talking about
Tie
like,
me up in the back, I'm
a
good.
ball in your mouth, you bent over, and she
No,
whipped
that's
one
weird.
over.
I'm
That's
not
weird,
trying
yo.
to do that.
Stomping
but
on
she
balls and shit, that's weird, yo.
No.
That's weird shit. That's not freaky, that's weird.
Okay, I think the freakiest thing I like role playing and shit like that.
I'm cool with role playing.
Whoa. Wait, let's not miss this. What kind of role play did you do? Who were you?
It was a big ass baby or some
What-
shit, some
was
weird
he-
shit.
Wearing a diaper and shit.
300 pounds of pure muscle, like,
Show me where babies feed.
yeah, what was the role?
No, so
Lie to us.
so she dressed as Misty, and I was wearing a Blastoise costume, right? Oh, cut out the penis.
That's a pretty hard role play, though.
There you go.
There you go. I like it.
And
Bob,
I
did
was
you touch
finishing
on
food.
it all?
Huh?
Did you touch on?
No, not the freaky sex. I agree with all you guys.
I'm about to get hella Pokemon fans.
Really? Furbies and shit? And
no, I don't think it's possible.
Yo, let's
But yeah,
fucking back
no golden showers, no fecal matter. Me personally, I'm with the bonding shit. I mean, not me
I'm
personally.
glad you said that.
Not me
We all
personally
different.
being bonded up, but
Time
I would
up.
like to I'm tie the shit out of it.
Yeah.
all
Yo.
kinds of knots.
I'm with the shits. I'm just gonna be honest.
Safe word and all that. Like,
No,
Yeah, you
I
gonna have to give
No
me a safe
safe
word.
word.
no safe
Hold
word.
up, no, you gotta have a safe word. You go to jail like shit. No, you gotta have a safe word. Fuck that. You go to jail.
No safe word.
Wait a
yo.
minute.
Pineapple. Say it in Spanish. Say it in Spanish.
Why not Russian or fucking Scandinavian or something? But yeah, I'm with the shits. I mean, all the way across the board. Like I said, threesomes. I'm with the shits. Sevensomes. I'm with the
So
shits.
she wanted to bring Mr. Marcus.
If you want to bring Mr. Marcus, I'm with the shits.
Yeah, you
Wow!
got
Yo,
if,
we
you,
are very close to
if
that.
Mr. Marcus
I like
is
the
there,
fact that
yo,
you're
you got
honest with
yo,
me.
you got a bond with Mr. Marcus. Like, yo, I watched your shit all
As long as
you brought me
as
through
long
my
as long as you're
years,
not, as
motherfucker.
long as it's not a one-on-one thing personally involved after the fact, then yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm with the shit.
All right, boom. All right, so
My man.
let's jump. We got 3 on here. Let's jump to the next one. So, young folks versus old folks, and I guess we're all somewhat young or within that that age.
Yeah.
Maybe compared to some of the stories our parents or grandparents or we over in the barbershop here. What do you think it has changed or evolved, or are we all doing the same
course,
shit? Do you think we got
of course.
nastier? Do you think?
Yeah.
I think we got that. I think we got
Like
that.
would bondage be a thing?
I think we got
there?
creative with it, but
I don't think
to
we're
a certain
nasty.
extent.
I think we are.
Hold up.
Who wants to go
One
first?
time my
Who
grandma.
wants to go first?
One time I was having a
Denzel
conversation
wants
with
to
my grandma, and she said, "You know what I heard, Denzel?
It's your grandma.
I heard these."
If I told your ass a secret, you just don't do it.
Life on
Sorry,
filter.
go ahead.
I heard the kids nowadays are doing some new shit. They're like having anal sex and stuff like that, and I was like, "Y'all wasn't been doing that shit." So then I knew like we on some not that that's new. I think they was doing that shit back then, but I think it wasn't. I think it wasn't
You went
like
back to the old
I think it wasn't
Testament.
mainstream the way it is right now. Like nowadays, like if you in 2003, if a girl didn't give like immaculate fucking amazing head,
Better suck that dick.
that shit was like
Better
it
deep
was
throat.
like 50-50. Like you meet a girl, you like
Yeah.
she might be good, she might not be good.
Right.
In 2018, okay, they all good. They gotta be. You fucking gotta be.
Let me
And
jump in
the
real
same
quick.
thing with dudes. If a dude's not eating the ass
touch
in
it. Give me
2018, then
Perfect
he's
segue,
not
bro.
on the fucking spectrum. But in 2003, you ain't had to do that shit.
So let me jump in real quick. You're 100% right about that. The old
But
folks
I will have to
didn't do.
disagree with that.
They didn't
To a
do certain shit. The old folks, right?
Yeah, they didn't.
But I like how you brought it in. Even the guys, like nowadays, remember back in the day, you're a little younger than us, but back in the day it was almost like, I don't eat no pussy.
A lot longer.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog.
I remember
And
that.
when I started eating some vagina, which was my wife, my only person I've ever went down on was my wife. Ever.
Shout out.
Danny. But no, when I started, I realized like, damn, I was wasting a lot of time trying to outfuck. And it was nuances to this sex shit. And I do think over time, it has changed where it wasn't so much like the anal thing. I remember anal thing was something you could only see in the pornos. Like,
Right.
you weren't just talking like, yeah, I hate this girl. Nowadays, though, you talk about that shit in a group text or whatever, it's like anal is is a thing.
It's a part of sex.
I've never
It's
done
like
it.
literally a
I don't
part of
fuck
sex.
with-
It's not just.
I don't fuck with
It's
that
not a
shit.
unicorn now.
Somebody ain't clean
Pussy's
ass.
good, yo. I love the pussy. The pussy's too good, yo.
Yeah, he said.
So anal is like I stick a thumb in it and I'm cool with that.
You
shit.
guys, who wants to go next? As far as young
You
folk,
want me to
old
go?
folk, sexual tendencies.
Go ahead.
You think it's changed? It's evolved?
See, what I would say is I had to disagree with you guys. You know, kindly. I think that.
or aggressively. It's
Or
okay.
blatantly, it's
You
okay.
go.
No, I think that freaks have always been freaks. I think you can go back and hear some of the bathhouse stories of like the Renaissance period.
Yes, you are. 100%
And you
right.
know, I hear about some of the orgies that were taking place with like Leonardo da Vinci. Now, granted, a lot of that was like gay, but no, it was. But
Go ahead,
you go back into like the Roman times.
Wait, Paul.
Orgies were originated from that, where you know it was
Oracles and shit.
yeah. So it was seen as like that negative thing, right? To like I think they did like sodomy and stuff like that. But it happened. But it was something that was only welcomed if you were in the rich elite. You know, you had dudes that were going,
Weeks.
that were doing, going both ways. But it was like a power thing, and it was like a sexual
It's
exploration
accepted
thing.
too.
It
Wasn't taboo?
yeah. So I think that
Very
always
true.
existed. And then you go through a period of time, like in the early to the mid to late '90s, when it's starting to we really start talking about sexuality very open, and then you get to the 2000s where like remember you said 2003 to 2018. I think the biggest difference is with the anal and the mouth and blah, blah, blah. There wasn't any memes about that shit, and so now people have it brings to the forefront.
Everybody's doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Socially
but back when you were a kid, like in the early 1700s, when you spoke to your grandfather
I guess that
and he
shit.
told you about when he ran away from his master. No, but anyway, so when your grandfather told you, don't be eating no pussy because everyone said.
Don't be eating no pussy.
Oh, has always said it, right?
That's what he said.
Oh,
verbatim.
has
that
never
was
told me
because-
that. He never told me that.
Well, okay, but yeah, so
Yo, his don't love you. Go ahead.
say Owen had said don't eat no pussy,
My
right?
grandfather
But that was
loves
because he didn't, right? And then his boys were like, man, I don't eat no pussy. Man, I don't eat no pussy.
But
But
they
they're
secretly
probably,
was,
you
that's
eat pussy.
it.
Because they called it touching souls. That you don't touch every girl's soul. But that's how they used to touch their soul,
Oh, wow.
right? And now as you get older, it's less
Buggering.
taboo.
I think you understand. I think rape.
Freaks have always existed.
Yeah.
It's just now it's cool to be a freak.
It is.
Back in the day,
It's
you
more
either
open
extremely
shit.
wealthy and had the
More.
power to be a freak, or you were considered a whore. Now it's like you're a freak.
Yeah, it's true.
Can
I ask Marvin a question?
Oh shit! Hold on.
Well, hold on. Let's let him. We're gonna let him get.
How we all get money all of a sudden?
Somebody gave.
Oh, I was.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
get-
you were gonna ask him like
No,
the
I-
dangers of the coal mine.
No. Listen. Old ass nigga. Old ass nigga.
What the fuck is that? Yo, nigga older than me.
It's
Sorry. It's cool. I'm the sexiest. Am I the sexiest?
You got the best
that's-
hats. You got the best hats.
But I got the fucked up hairline. So who need that glue?
They don't look at the shit.
Like I want to see that shit now.
So what? Hold on.
So listen, young versus old sexual preferences. Do you think they have evolved? They have changed, or like he was saying, they've always been there?
I do.
Because now it's so.
I thought it was evolving term.
This is. I'm asking
I
him.
thought it was
I'm asking
Marvin.
him specifically a question.
Let me get his
All right,
point
hold on,
out.
I'm
all right.
asking you a question. This is out. This is.
All right,
Dennis Ellis had a-
Yo, this is an
I
olive
never-
branch.
I
This is
never
sexist.
answered-
This is
Hold on,
very
hold on.
sexist.
I never answered the question. But
Dennis
go ahead.
Ellis-
Because
had
I'm
about
intrigued
$1
by
and
your
pennies a
opinion.
thought.
Dennis Ellis had $1 of fucking pennies. Give him a whole goddamn dollar. Throw your dollar in that motherfucker.
But I'm asking him specifically. I
Go
don't even
ahead.
got nothing to say. I just got a question,
Go ahead.
and I really wanted to ask him because I'm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. And then I'll touch base on
He
it.
looks so sad.
It's like a puppy.
If the trend right now, 2003 to 2018, is, because now we all are like, passing on secrets and shit like that. So now everybody's getting sexier. Is the trend going to continue? Is it now that like in 2029 is bondage and peeing and pissing and shitting? Is that going to be like, oh no, that's not fucking crazy?
I think so.
The shit that's crazy is going to be
You
way
think it's
worse
gonna be
than.
considered crazy?
I think you still need
I
to
think-
answer the first question though.
Yeah, I'm still gonna answer.
Answer
the
that, but then
the
answer that too.
All right, so the answer to your question is between the golden showers and the fecal matter. I think that's not. I don't think that's never
It's
gonna
not
help.
helpful.
I don't think that's gonna reach the
Open
pinnacle of
cuts and shit.
freaky sex. I think that freaky sex is gonna stay to a certain level of somewhat respectable between the couple itself. Just because of the simple fact that like the golden shower and fetal. No, I don't know.
Yeah, but 20 years ago, it may not have been looked at as
you weren't even
acceptable
touching their souls.
That's true.
To put the tongue punch the butthole.
I mean, it could possibly well be, but I don't think that's necessarily. I don't think that's necessarily.
Then that means it's not going to go. It's not. The trend doesn't continue.
But would you consider that technically speaking a trend of freaky sex?
It is a trend. The trend of freaky sex has gone up on average in the
That's
average
true.
person's
Well, hold
life.
up, back to Danny's point. Has it gone up or just the exposure? Or
No.
Has it
Danny
always
said,
been there?
Danny
So
said
look.
in the upper elites, okay? We talking about the
No,
common
but
man.
you know what I'm saying? That what you knew of.
He was talking about the story.
Because they were infamous sex parties, but the lay people had them. They just
You
weren't.
think
They just kept it secret.
Secret.
I've been
because it
eating
would be
pussy
frowned
since
on.
2000 and
How long you been eating?
I mean,
whatever the White House.
You remember?
That
Yeah,
was recent.
you had to-
That was
oh,
recent.
yeah, I would, sorry, guys. But you have to remember, like I said, the reason I say like lay people were very silent
never
about
get
it
to talk.
because you have to remember that fornication used to be
That's
punishable
right.
by death. Fornication used to be punishable by death, nuts cut off, like dick cut off. It used to be a real big problem. So when you would do things like those the old swinger parties, those old orgies, they didn't tell anybody, but it certainly took place. Sodomy was punishable by death. It was happening, but they didn't talk about it.
By the people who was fucking people.
Yeah, like women, like what women could do.
Y'all zooming out, right? You're not really
All right.
doing that.
We are doing that.
Y'all better stop playing with these viewers.
All right, sorry. I got done.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what people would do, there were stories of old wives, like because sodomy was illegal, right?
Yeah.
It was forbidden. Yes, especially if it was a church state.
Yeah.
You
We're
go
talking about
yeah,
foods
yeah,
and
yeah.
questions.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
urban
Out of wedlock?
people.
You talk about like Italy and like that. It was if it was a church state, it was punishable by death. So if whereas a woman couldn't physically condemn her husband, she couldn't leave her husband. She could go to the court and show that she had been penetrated. Yes, and get her husband killed, and she would die too. But it would get stoned together because marriage back then was a law code for women.
Yep,
So
that's true.
she would literally could go to the court, have like the court practitioner, whatever the person that would have been there, observe and see that she had been penetrated and get him killed. So it happened. It just wasn't talked about. Now we were a very sexualized society. It's okay to talk about it, but it doesn't happen forever.
Right. And I believe that goes as far as like the preferences and speaking on behalf of Danny is because all right. So for instance, sex is almost just like a form of fashion. So for instance, it goes away and then it comes back, and it may go away in the forefront. I mean, but it's still there.
Okay.
But then it comes back as a public thing. So you can look at sex almost as if it's a fashion type thing.
Cyclical almost.
Yeah. So it comes in waves. So for instance, right now we're in this big wave of freaky sex, and then it may reach this pinnacle where even golden showers are allowed. But then it may die down after the fact because people may look at it as an overblown subject, and people may look or frown upon it or whatever the case is.
We got
We gotta reel it in a little bit for society because some people may not, feel squeamish about it, which is fucked up because we're living in more of a censored society because people try not to talk about the things that we're talking about, but we're bringing it to you live and direct. So, as far as sexual preferences, I do believe I have partial agreement with Danny that it was definitely freaky sex has always been freaky sex, but it wasn't as public as now. But I do feel like the newer generations are trying to push freaky sex to a different level.
Embrace some of the
to embrace some of the newer ways, as if your Romans and your Greeks and stuff like that, as far as like the orgies and the threesomes and all that kind of stuff. So I do believe that it goes in a retrospect.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Real
sir.
quick, there are stories like old school. I forget his name. He was an old barista.
But it's
Right?
not
Hey, you might be appreciate this. Not that you would do it. I don't know why I said
I
that.
might do it.
I'm just saying.
All right. So it'd be an old. I
Yeah,
forget.
we
his
busting on
name.
this bottle over here or no? Or we
still
on Johnny Walker?
We're
Or we
looking up. The red bottle is good.
We're
for
discussing
that.
alcohol options, everyone. Sorry. What were you saying real quick, Dan, before
My bad.
Denzel touches?
Oh, my bad. So yeah, so
Okay, but-
basically, what a barista was like the person who owned not barista. I'm probably saying the wrong word.
A barista is somebody who makes coffee.
It could have been the same term back then. You never know.
Go what you saying?
Yeah, you ever read Shakespeare book? Words evolve. But anyway, so
Sure.
the person, huh?
Too deep for y'all.
No, like if
Shakespeare
you.
wrote the Bible.
Come on.
Read him.
Come with it.
That's
I'm
not
not going
Come
with
on.
religious stuff right now.
All right. So listen. There was a dude. Back then he was notorious. What he would do, it was crazy, right? He wasn't gay. Was married. He said he wasn't gay.
Who was he?
I can't recall his name, but he was an old, like he had gladiators, right?
Yeah.
What he would do is he'd have sex with a woman, right? With a slave woman, and then instruct a gladiator to penetrate to him. Now that's some wild shit, right? That's some shit you probably never heard of.
Where you going with this?
I'm saying, you said the upping the lines of sexuality and getting nastier and nastier. They've explored every ounce of the human body, every ounce, every possibility.
Kama Sutra.
Yeah, Kama Sutra.
How about every gram?
Yeah, every.
I think so. It's nothing new under the sun in the sex. It's just more rediscovering.
Yeah, and the reason that we're sitting here talking about people being peed on and will that become a thing? It's because it's already happening.
It's just the exposure to the world and
it's just that
and becoming less taboo.
Some people that
Pee on 2018.
Some people that have done it aren't saying they did, and other people are like, oh, I would never. I mean, I don't think I'd ever do that.
So real quick, tie that one last point up. Have we all eaten pussy before? We've all done that once, right?
I love doing it.
All right. Well, you've done it. You're not saying you've done it before. Have you done it before? Yes or no?
I don't kiss the devil's petals.
Okay.
No,
yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Yes or no? Just yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
There's no such thing as a yes or no.
You ate pussy if you not, motherfucker.
Yes,
You
so
pussy.
yeah.
It was pussy. Is it pussy?
If I eat the pussy and you don't come in 3 minutes, I feel like
listen, I want
to kill it. I'm not killing this shit.
Let me stop. So you know when they come. Have you ever had a girl squirt in your mouth? I'm trying to tie this right up.
Squirt or
Like
come
a
on,
squirt,
nut?
like a
Ejaculation.
squirt, like a squirt.
Because they're trying to figure out if it's pee or not. And you might have to go to the shower.
That's
Hey,
what
all right, so
You know what? I heard about that.
I don't know yet.
I don't know. I've never
I've
had
done a
no
sniff
squirt.
test. I don't know yet, but it might be
Look,
pee.
if
You might be a
mouth,
fan of going to the shower.
in the moment, you have to go with it.
You just go with it, but then later on you get your shirt and you're like,
Why does shit look
Shit yellow.
this don't.
Shit kind of got a hue to it.
All right, so last thing, real quick, and go around the table real quick. Open relationships, yes or no? You don't gotta say.
Is that on there?
It's on there.
Yo, this is a 3-question thing.
Yeah,
it
we
was.
problem, but we
It
trying
should be
to
one
Anika.
question per.
Anika,
He cheated,
one
dog.
question at a time, Anika.
And
One at a
your question
time.
was so good.
Too many questions.
Open relationship,
How
yes
was
or
the
no?
one
Open
question was
relationship.
so good that we asked 3 of them?
Well, it was one total question and just had commas in
What do
it.
you want?
I just put 3 bullets.
No, it's
Open relationships, yes or no? Yes or no?
Open relationships?
You in a relationship with your girl you're gonna meet soon, and she said, and y'all just
She
fucking
can
up.
fuck.
She coming. She
No.
on the show, bro.
No, yes or no? Open
No.
relationship. No.
Alright, you want my honest opinion?
Yes or no?
I think I like the idea of open relationships. I don't like the idea of me in one, but like that shit sounds cool as fuck. I wish I could do that shit.
So yes,
But
yes,
I
you
feel like,
fuck
yo,
you just don't feel safe
that's
to
the
say
thing,
this
it's
shit.
the problem. It's the problem. I'm in an open relationship, right?
Topic done. I mean, keep
Marvin comes in. I'm like chilling on the couch. He walks in my house. He goes upstairs to
Right
fuck
after
my,
work,
to fuck my girl.
See, now
I'm gonna be
we
like,
talking
nah, fuck no. That's what I'm gonna be like. Nah, yo. Go send him home. Send him home. We read
So,
and
no,
talk about this
see,
shit.
but that-
I'm open
that
until you walk in my
that
door.
would be on the
And then I
parameters
hear you.
of-
I hear you, and you're fucking doing
Alright,
your
so let me speak on that. That would be on the parameters of having an open relationship, because those would be the boundaries of which you would discuss if you have that kind of relationship. Because technically speaking, I could say yeah, but at the same token, just knowing that my girl would be able to just fuck whoever when she wanted to, and all she had to do was let me know, kind of like, wait a minute.
No. If you home
No
chilling,
church in a
if
while.
you home chilling, your wife
There's
upstairs
no
fresh.
church in a while.
No.
Fuck nobody without telling me.
Real shit. But if he's home chilling,
It really did. But that's the truth though.
if he's home chilling, right, and his wife upstairs getting freshened up, and Danny comes through the fucking door,
Swinging.
any of us here are gonna be like, fuck no, no. I said that shit was cool, but I didn't say it was him. Not him.
Nigga be like, click, like, hey yo.
And that's how you know you're not ready, yo.
I ain't with it. No, I'm too insecure, and I'm straight.
I'd be like, hey, yo, what's
But
going on?
imagine if your girl want another girl to pipe her with like a 12-inch dildo. What are you gonna do,
I'm
bro?
cool with that, yo.
You said-
I won't watch that shit, yo.
You said-
I'm in the back like,
you said 12-inch dildo?
A 12
Like a 15 size some
I'm-
shit is like, dude, look at that measure now. Like, well, if I turn to the side, no, I'm cool, man. The idea sounds cool. It
does
sounds
sound
like until it hits home and your girl getting piped. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, let your girl
pipe,
pipe.
but she doing that noise, you ain't never
You gotta look at it from the angle of her.
You want to like come over and half piper if you in an open relationship. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna come.
But
over.
then she don't
But
know
like
what
I
to say.
said, that depends on the parameters of your own boundaries because you might be like, all right, well, we're going to have a real open relationship, but you can't fuck nobody in this house and you can't fuck nobody.
Check this out. This was even crazier. When you're saying you're agreeing to open relationship, you're saying I want someone with better sex techniques than you.
Yeah.
Basically,
You're
because
not
if you're
saying that. You're not
okay,
saying
listen,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
If I'm 100%, if I'm
Yeah.
100% cool and I'm
Humans
getting
are very
right,
sexual creatures.
right, then I wouldn't need an open relationship.
That's
It's
true.
not even so much that your abilities, right? It could be like I just want, like you want Chinese food, you want American cuisine. You're telling me that sometimes I want
You want Nobu to come through.
Sometimes I want some goddamn. I want somebody who's gonna step it up a little more with the detail. They want better foreplay. They want maybe a little girth, a little more length, whatever. I don't even want to go down that
They say
road.
that's
Bitch,
the
you
part
married me,
you
and you decided we cutting off all our opens because I could be single.
Hold on.
Right? That is true.
That's me though.
I mean, but that's true though. It is true.
You gotta come on the podcast.
Oh, she wants to come on.
Shit.
Anika has to come on.
She'll
the
be the
podcast.
first chick
Well,
you
she
should
should be. She
Like
should
a
be the.
Sibian?
She should be the first guest in the podcast.
Yeah,
I like that question.
All right,
yo.
Anika,
I
she
like
might
where
be
that was
on.
going.
Now, Anika, I'm gonna tell you what's cool about Anika. She's 100% cool with that.
Oh, Anika.
Not Anika from high school.
Does she got big tits?
My G.
Jesus.
My
Damn,
G. All right, so
yo.
quick wrap up. We're on about 2 hours almost right now. Any
Oh my
closing
God.
shout outs, remarks
Yes,
from the squad?
Go around the table.
You already went, so let's let Danny go first.
I mean, I'm
finished
gonna
it.
I'm gonna
Well,
He
close
started the last time. He was like, "Yo, 1 2 1 2."
Shout out to Danny's new girl.
All right, Danny, what you want to
Oh,
say real quick
shit.
to anybody, any followers that's tuning in?
Shout out to Danny's new girlfriend.
Girls, my G. Girls, my G.
He's
Don't
still
ever make it singular.
Hey, yo.
Plural. Danny, what you want to say to whoever's listening?
You got him doing that?
You got 10 seconds.
I'm all for monogamy, but I'm not there right now.
Bars.
Shout out,
catch that?
shout out to Danny.
Boss. Anything else you want to say? That's cool.
You said what I want to say?
Yeah, everybody might be watching.
I
Spending
was-
time to watch it.
So the last thing I'll say is, thank you for everybody that tuned in.
Thank you very much.
But most importantly, so one of our early topics, I want to challenge everybody this week to really look inside yourself and see what it is that you want to do,
Hey.
and give yourself 100% effort into doing that, and see how shit looks in 10 years.
My man.
You can follow him where? Where can you follow him?
Thank
Where
you,
can you
guys.
follow him?
Thank you,
All
Danny.
At Danny, at Danny_lifts IG.
There we go. Denzel, what do you want to say?
I got really not much to say. I said a lot today.
I got you, bro.
Thank you, sir.
No.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Look, critique me. DM me. Text me. Call me. Critique me. Let me know what we need to do. Let me know what we need to talk about. I want to talk about everything. I'm trying to bring the fucking... That's not cool.
Give him a buzzer.
That's
yo.
not that
Where
cool.
Where the fuck is this
Big-ass
buzzer at, yo?
It's live.
Yo, where your definition at?
Oh, people listen to the audio. Danny's being an asshole and Denzel's trying to talk.
You said,
So
what
I
was
got
your
nothing to say. I
bench?
got
You said your
nothing to
bench
say.
was? Oh, my bad.
315?
Huh? Oh.
So yeah.
So yeah. Look, send me all the critiques you got. Send me everything you got.
We work.
Let me know if you want to come on the show. Let me know if you got some questions you want me to talk about. That's all I really care about. Like, I want to push the conversation. I want to talk about literally anything, everything. I want Marvin to talk about golden showers.
No, you don't.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, shout out to everybody who's watching, for my beautiful wife,
Yeah, it's the one.
to all my friends and family. We all got stuff going on in our lives, and the fact that you take an hour or 2 hours just to listen to us talk about shit that maybe you wanted to discuss and couldn't do it or had a platform to do it. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow me at Nikki Nick. That's Nikki with a K on it because I'm retarded and they didn't have my name the way I wanted it. But I'm glad I had this chance to do a second episode with you guys. It's really fun. I would appreciate all the comments and questions that were sent to us. And every Sunday at 12 p.m. live, that's what we're doing. Hopefully Marvin will be on time, but I think it'll be cool if he's late.
I knew it was
It's the
gonna come.
thing.
I knew it was gonna come
I think it's
again.
kind of the thing. I don't think you could be here early, but you should still come in late. I think it's
That's
like
a part
TV
of the
show, like,
program.
hey, like,
Yeah, I'm just that motherfucker that
Yeah.
anyway,
Let's come to the
Nikki
window.
Nick.
just come through the window. The bruh man.
Denzel Skywalker.
Bruh man from the fifth.
Oh,
floor.
Mark,
let's-
do your last sign off real quick.
Oh, yeah. And then
I'll
round
go
two.
Even you
Oh,
kind of
we
did
still
sign
need-
off.
all right, so we got to refill real quick. We need
We
something.
don't have to refill. We just gotta click the glasses. I'm actually
Refill me
fucking
anyway.
But you want to do a quick sign off real quick?
Yeah, so shout out to the missus. We do May 12th.
Congratulations on that.
Baby girl. Then shout out to my homegirl Alice Fit 10. She doing the meal preps and meal plans, whatnot. She gave me a shout out early, and I appreciate that. 12 p.m. every Sunday, we coming to you live. Catch us on YouTube. Link is in each one of these guys' bios.
Link in the bio.
Not safe for ears, always and forever. So if you get queasy, you start feeling a little faint when you start hearing shit, man, log off. This ain't for you. Catch me at MG2_fit. Shout out to 2 a day K. Sure to keep doing your thing. Shout out to my other peoples, my man, my young bull, AJ. You feel me? Mikey Mike. You feel me? Salute to you, Mike. You know what I mean? YSG gang. You feel me? Gang. We all in here. Shout out to all of these fellas, man. These are my bros from other hoes. So we in here.
He called my mama a hoe. My mama birthday today. Oh, my mama birthday. It's your birthday?
I'm sorry. Happy birthday to you, mama. Happy birthday to you, mama. Happy birthday, dear mama. All right, clicking.
I am so sorry that he just said that.
All right, now say biz.